Have you ever wondered why some people seem to rise above every challenge, while others stay stuck no matter how hard they try? It's not always about talent. It's not about luck. It's not even about where you come from or what you have. The real difference is hidden in something most people ignore, something so simple, yet so powerful. It quietly shapes your entire life. It's your inner voice, the words you repeat to yourself when no one is watching. Because here's the truth. You become what you consistently tell yourself. Think about that for a second. Every time you say, I can't do this, every time you whisper, I'm not good enough, every time you sigh, maybe I'm just not meant for this, your mind listens. Your subconscious doesn't debate you. It doesn't ask if it's true or false. It simply accepts. And then it begins to shape your reality to match your belief. This is why you feel stuck. This is why your goals feel distant. Because deep down, your mind is replaying a program that was written by your own words. But what if you could change that? What if, with a few small changes in what you say to yourself every day, you could begin to rebuild your confidence, rewire your beliefs, and finally start living as the person you were meant to be? That's what this video is about. And if you stay with it till the end, you'll walk away with a clear, step-by-step understanding of how positive affirmations, used the right way, can unlock the most powerful part of your mind, your subconscious, and help you communicate like a true leader. Because here's a secret: every successful person you admire has mastered their self-talk first. Before they ever spoke with power to the world, they had to speak with power to themselves. And you can do the same. But it begins here, right now. Let's take a moment and be brutally honest. When things go wrong, when you feel tired, when life hits you hard, what's the first thing you say to yourself? Is it gentle? Is it strong? Or is it full of blame, doubt, and weakness? Most people don't even realize the damage they do to themselves, not with actions, but with repeated inner words. That's how habits form, not just physical habits, but mental loops. If your inner loop is filled with negativity, that becomes your identity. And once identity takes root, action follows. You act like you believe. You speak like you believe. You lead or shrink based on what you believe. So if you want to lead, if you want to inspire, if you want to speak with strength, you have to plant the right words inside you. The mind is like a garden. It doesn't care what you plant. It will grow whatever seeds you sow: fear or courage, doubt or confidence, weakness or power. And those seeds, they are your affirmations, your repeated thoughts, your private words. This video is your first step to changing them, not with fake positivity, but with scientific grounded techniques that align with how your mind actually works. So stay with this till the end, because once you learn how to reprogram your self-talk, you won't just sound confident. You'll feel unshakable. You'll stop reacting to life like a victim and start responding like a leader. And trust me, once your subconscious believes in you, there's no limit to who you can become. Let's begin. The words you repeat are not just sounds. They are instructions. Instructions to your mind, to your emotions, to your behavior. Most people don't even notice it. They go through the day saying things like, I'm always tired, I can't do anything right, no one listens to me. These words might seem small, but repeated often enough, they become your truth. And once something feels true, your brain stops fighting it. It accepts. It adapts. And then it creates your reality around that belief. This is how identity is built, not by massive life events, but by tiny, consistent whispers that run on repeat. The subconscious mind doesn't think in logic. It works in repetition. It hears the same message again and again, and eventually it says, this must be who I am. So when you constantly say, I'm not confident, your brain listens. It starts finding proof. It notices every time you hesitate, every time you feel anxious, and it stores that as evidence. But here's the powerful truth. You can flip the pattern. You can start using repetition as a weapon for growth. When you say, I am focused, I am calm, or I speak with strength, again and again, your subconscious starts building new pathways. At first, it may feel like a lie. That's normal. But over time, the mind begins to accept the new voice. And then, your behavior shifts. That's the secret high performers understand. They don't let their inner voice run wild. They train it, they guide it, they repeat what they want to become. Because when you master your words, you master your mind. And when you master your mind, you change your life. Your subconscious mind is always awake. It listens even when you're not speaking. It watches how you react, stores how you feel, and remembers the patterns you repeat, without judgment, without pause. It does not care if the thoughts are helpful or harmful. It simply absorbs. Most people think change starts with effort. They push, they grind, they hustle. But real transformation, it starts in the subconscious, because the subconscious controls more than 90% of your behavior. It decides how confident you feel when you speak. It decides how you respond under pressure. It shapes your posture, your tone, your presence, without asking for permission. If your subconscious is full of fear, you'll feel fear, even when there's no real danger. If it's full of doubt, you'll second-guess yourself, even when you're right. That's why repeating affirmations is not just positive thinking. It's reprogramming the system that runs in the background. It's taking control of the part of your mind that actually drives your actions. You can't just decide to be confident. You have to train your mind to believe you already are. And the subconscious learns through two things, emotion and repetition. That's why the same thoughts repeated daily begin to feel like facts. They sink in. They shape who you believe you are. So if you want to change your life, you must first change what your subconscious believes, and that starts with what you feed it, through your thoughts, your focus, and most of all, your words. Train it, and it will serve you. Ignore it, and it will run on autopilot, repeating whatever the world has thrown at you. But now, you know better, and that awareness is power. Positive affirmations are simple, powerful statements. They describe the person you want to become, the mindset you want to live with, and the reality you want to create. But they're more than just nice words. They are tools that speak directly to your subconscious mind, and when used correctly, they change how you think, feel, and act. An affirmation can be as short as, I am focused. I am calm under pressure. I speak with clarity and confidence. The key is repetition. The more you say it, the more your mind begins to accept it. Not because it's already true, but because your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's repeated with emotion. Think of affirmations like seeds. Each time you speak them, you plant one. With consistency, they grow into thoughts. Those thoughts grow into beliefs, and beliefs shape your identity. You don't wait to feel strong to say, I am strong. You say it until your mind believes it, until your body responds with confidence, until your actions reflect that strength. And this is not about lying to yourself. This is about reminding yourself who you truly are beneath the fear, beneath the doubt, beneath the noise of the world, because the real you is still there, capable, disciplined, unstoppable. Affirmations help you bring that version forward, and once your subconscious starts working with you, you'll stop fighting yourself. You'll move with clarity. You'll speak with power. You'll lead from within. Your brain is not fixed. It changes. It adapts. It rewires itself based on what you feed it daily. This process is called neuroplasticity, the ability of your brain to form new connections and reshape old ones. And affirmations tap directly into this power. When you repeat a positive statement with emotion and consistency, your brain starts building new neural pathways around that thought. It's like carving a new road through a dense forest. At first, it's rough and unfamiliar, but the more you walk that path, the easier it becomes. Eventually, it becomes automatic, natural, effortless. This is not just theory. Studies in psychology and neuroscience show that self-affirmation activates the brain's reward centers, the same areas linked to motivation and self-worth. One study even showed that people who practiced daily affirmations had more activity in the parts of the brain responsible for positive valuation, meaning they were more likely to take action that aligned with their goals. But here's the catch. Your brain doesn't change through casual words. It responds to intensity, emotion, and repetition. Saying something once isn't enough. Thinking positively for a few minutes isn't enough. You must train it like a muscle, daily, deliberately. And just like your body gets stronger with resistance, your mind gets stronger with intentional thought. The more you affirm who you want to be, the more your brain begins to see it as truth. And once it accepts it as truth, your actions begin to follow. This is how transformation begins, from the inside out, not by waiting for proof, but by creating belief. Every belief you hold started as a thought, and every thought that became a belief was repeated again and again. That's the power of repetition. It's not about saying something once and hoping it sticks. It's about planting the same seed until it takes root. When you repeat something with emotion, your subconscious begins to lean in. It starts to ask, is this important? And if it hears it again tomorrow and the next day, it stops asking. It accepts. This is how confidence is built. This is how focus becomes natural. This is how fear loses its grip. The more you repeat, the more real it feels. The more real it feels, the more you act on it. And when action follows belief, your whole identity begins to shift. That's how the cycle works: repetition, emotion, belief, action, identity. So if you want to feel unstoppable, you don't wait for the feeling to show up. You create it, you speak it, you affirm it every single day. Say it when you don't feel like it. Say it when doubt creeps in. Say it when your old beliefs try to pull you back, because your mind is always listening. And the voice it hears the most is your own. Don't waste that voice on fear. Don't waste it on stories that weaken you. Use it to build. Use it to rise. Use it to tell your subconscious, this is who I am now. Most people don't stay stuck because they lack potential. They stay stuck because they keep repeating the same story over and over, day after day. I've always been like this. This is just who I am. People like me don't succeed. These words don't sound powerful, but they're poison, soft, silent, deadly. And the worst part, they feel normal. Because the subconscious has heard them for so long, they feel like truth. This is why change feels hard. It's not that you're broken, it's that your old beliefs are still in control, and those beliefs are fed by what you keep saying, even when you're joking, even when you're tired, even when you're just being real. But here's what most people never understand. Your subconscious doesn't care about reality. It only listens to repetition. So if you keep repeating defeat, you will live in defeat. If you keep repeating doubt, you will move in fear. That's why most people never change. They try to act different without speaking different. They try to work harder without thinking better. Or they try to grow on the outside without healing the voice on the inside. But if you're watching this, it means you're ready for more. It means you're done living the same cycle. It means you're ready to speak a new identity into your life. Because the truth is, change is possible for anyone, but not everyone is willing to do the inner work. You are. And that's what sets you apart. Not all affirmations are created equal. Some are empty, some are just hopeful wishes. But the ones that work, the ones that rewire your mind, follow a different path. They are clear, personal, and present tense. First, they must be positive. Don't say, I'm not afraid anymore. Your mind still hears afraid. Instead, say, I am strong and calm. Your brain responds better to what you do want, not what you're trying to avoid. Second, use the present tense. Not I will be, not I'm going to be. Say it like it's already real. I am focused. I speak with power. I attract solutions. Because your subconscious doesn't wait for the future. It builds from what it hears now. Third, make it personal. Generic words don't hit deep. But when you say something that matches your own struggle, your own fear, your own desire, it lands harder. It becomes your truth. Fourth, attach emotion. Say it like you mean it. Feel it. Stand tall. Because words with no emotion are just noise. But words spoken with feeling, they become fuel. Here's one more secret. Tie your affirmation to identity, not just action. Don't just say, I make good decisions. Say, I am a wise decision maker. It's subtle, but it's powerful. Because action comes and goes, but identity stays. And the goal of every affirmation is not just to inspire you. It's to transform how you see yourself. Because once you believe something about yourself, you will fight to stay consistent with it, consciously or not. So speak with purpose. Craft your affirmations with power. Repeat them with passion. And you'll start becoming the person you've always known you could be. Consistency is the secret weapon that turns simple words into powerful beliefs. You can't expect your mind to change overnight. It's a process, like training a muscle. The best time to use affirmations is when your mind is most open, right after waking up and just before sleeping. These moments are when your subconscious is most receptive, when it's ready to absorb new messages deeply. But that's not all. Use affirmations throughout your day, especially when you feel doubt creeping in. When fear knocks on your door, answer with your affirmations. When negativity tries to pull you down, speak your truth louder. Start small. Say your affirmations out loud or silently 3 to 5 times each session. As you grow stronger, increase the number until it becomes a natural part of your daily routine. Repetition builds momentum. Momentum builds belief. Belief builds action. And the more you practice, the easier it gets. The words begin to carry weight. They start changing how you feel and how you respond to challenges. But be patient. The mind doesn't change on command. It changes through consistent, deliberate practice. If you skip days, it's okay. Just come back with more focus and more commitment. Remember, every time you choose your words wisely, you take control of your inner world. And control of your inner world means control over your life. Many people try affirmations, but don't get results. Why? Because they make simple mistakes that block their progress. The first mistake is lack of belief. If you say words you don't believe at all, your subconscious rejects them. It's like trying to force a key into the wrong lock. Second, using negative language. Saying "I'm not afraid" still focuses your mind on fear. Your brain hears fear and can't ignore it. Always frame affirmations positively. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Third, inconsistency. 1 day on, 3 days off. This won't work. Change takes time. It requires daily attention. Even on bad days, say your affirmations. Even when you doubt, say your affirmations. Consistency is what breaks old patterns. Fourth, vagueness. "I want to be successful" is too broad. Be specific and personal. "I am a confident speaker who inspires others" hits harder. Clear affirmations build clear beliefs. Fifth, no emotion. Words without feeling don't sink in. Say your affirmations with conviction. Feel the meaning behind the words. Let your body and mind connect with the message. Avoid these traps and you'll unlock the true power of affirmations. It's not magic, it's focused effort. And when done right, it changes everything. Change doesn't happen in theory, it happens in real life. Countless people have transformed their minds and lives using affirmations. Take someone who struggled with confidence. They repeated, "I am confident and capable" every morning. At first, it felt strange, like lying to themselves. But after weeks, their voice grew stronger. Their posture shifted. Their hesitation faded. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach started appearing, not by chance, but because their mind was finally aligned with their goals. Or consider someone stuck in fear and doubt. They chose to affirm, "I face challenges with courage and calm." Each day they repeated it during their toughest moments. Gradually, fear lost its power. They began taking bold steps forward, opening doors to new possibilities. These aren't just stories of wishful thinking. They are proof that the mind responds to what it believes, and belief is built one thought at a time. When you use affirmations, you join a long line of people who refuse to be limited by their past, who rewired their minds, redefined their identities, and rewrote their futures. Your story can be next, because every powerful change starts inside, with a single thought, a single word, a single choice. Words alone won't create change. Action is the bridge between belief and reality. When you say your affirmations, you're planting seeds in your mind, but those seeds need water. That water is your action. Every small step you take, even when it's uncomfortable or uncertain, strengthens the belief inside you. Affirmations fuel your courage. Action proves to your mind that the new identity is real. Think about it. If you say, "I am confident," but avoid speaking up, your subconscious grows suspicious. It waits for proof. But when you pair affirmations with even tiny acts of confidence, your mind rewires faster. It says, "This is who you really are." That's why successful people don't only talk about change. They live it daily. They take imperfect action. They learn, adjust, and move forward. So use affirmations to prepare your mind and use action to prove it right. Together, they create unstoppable momentum. Your future isn't just built on hope or words. It's built on belief made real through your daily choices. Doubt is natural. Resistance is part of the process. Your mind will fight to keep old beliefs alive because they feel familiar, safe, even if they hold you back. When you start repeating new affirmations, those old doubts rise like shadows. They whisper, "This isn't you. They're lies. You can't do this." But remember, doubt is just noise. It's the mind's way of resisting change. The key is to acknowledge the doubt without surrendering to it. Say your affirmations anyway. Repeat your truths louder than the doubts. Feel the discomfort and push through. Every time you do, you weaken the power of resistance. You strengthen your new beliefs. Don't wait for doubt to disappear. Expect it. Use it as a signal that you're growing. Growth never happens inside comfort zones. It happens when you face resistance and keep moving forward. Your commitment to your affirmations during these moments is what will separate temporary change from lasting transformation. Stay patient, stay persistent, and trust that every struggle is building a stronger, more confident you.